Hello and welcome to the Adrenaline Racing Cup Series. It's been a while, folks, but today we're here to unveil the drivers, paint schemes, and also reveal the schedule for the fourth season of the Adrenaline Racing Cup Series. So now, let's take a look at your drivers and their schemes. Starting with the number 1 car, we have Johannes Schaefer. In the number 2, Matt Carter. In the number 3, Joshua Harrison. In the 5 car, Jack Burfine. In the 7 car, Anna McElwan. In the 8, Eli the Wolf. In the 9, Wyatt Wilkinson. In the 02, Draven Sandy. In the 10, Kevin Xavier. In the 11, Monica Pateau. In the 15, Sarah Johnson. In the 17, Cassidy Reynolds. In the 18, Robbie Margot. In the 19, Alma Velgoria. In the 20, Maxwell Smart. In the 23, Daytona Ash. In the 24, Theophilus Morgendorfer Jr. In the 27, Blubber Plummer. In the 29, Justin Vickers. In the 33, Bob Verstappen. In the 34, Jerry Funk. In the 40, Jack Porter. In the 41, Nicholas Cameron. In the number 42, Isaac Jacobs. In the number 43, Matthew Bussey Jr. In the number 44, Joffrey Weeds. In the 45, Jonathan Remington. In the 46, Josh Hammond. In the 47, Tyler Seville. In the 53, Deacon Gentleman. In the 54, Michael Redinger. In the 69, Beavis Cornholia. In the 71, Tony Jansen. In the 75, Chris P. Bacon. In the 81, Felix Benoit. In the 83, Andy Seville. In the 85, Timothy Ashton. In the 94, John Ross Stein. In the 95, Foswa Woldthane. And in the 96, your final driver in Season 4, Butthead Buthroyd. So now that we have the 40 drivers who will compete in the season, let's take a look at the tracks they're going to race at. Starting off for the very first race of the season, where other can you go other than Daytona International Speedway for the first race? And of course, if it's at Daytona, we gotta have it under the lights, so why not bring Daytona as the first race of the season and put that one number 1. Number 2 on the schedule, we have Atlanta Motor Speedway, another interesting track, kind of like Daytona. Obviously, as real life, you know, they've converted it into kind of a super speedway-esque track, so that's the kind of racing you're going to see. At 3, we have Auto Club Speedway, obviously not around in real life, but provides many different lanes for passing. You can have up to 5 wide on the racetrack, and Draven Sandy was able to get his first career win there, so that is a very big track, and hopefully a lot of big crashes and a lot of exciting moments. For the 4th race, we've moved Watkins Glen up the docket for this season. Going to take the 4th spot on the calendar. As we all know, there's a big name who's got that one circled. That one's Blubber Plummer, and he's going to try and look to get another win. He's already got 2 wins there at Watkins Glen. We'll see if he's going to make it 3 this time around. In the 5th spot, we have Armory Digital Super Speedway, a new track we put in the schedule last year. Hopefully we'll make some new winners. Obviously, we had a first-time winner there last time. Denzel Scott got his first career win there, so it's really anyone's race over at Armory Digital Super Speedway. Then at number 6, we have Rockingham, which has been a very solid track. Another big moment that happened there. If you go back to Season 1, Draven Sandy goes over the pit wall. That big screaming moment, that was a very important moment in the series, so good to have Rockingham at number 6. Then at number 7, this is a big one, folks. North Wilkesboro, yes, you heard that right. North Wilkesboro is making its return for the first time since Season 1, and Jerry Funk was able to get that win. We'll see if he's able to get it here this season in Season 4, so it's been a long time coming for North Wilkesboro. For number 8 on the schedule, we have Road America, as is tradition for the ARCS. Road America makes its 4th return to the schedule, so been in all 4 seasons. Not something that a lot of tracks can say, but definitely been able to produce some good racing, and we'll see it back in Season 4. For number 9 on the schedule, we have Michigan. Michigan in previous years was toward the middle of the schedule, but we've decided to move it down toward the cut line here in Season 4. Michigan, another one of those tracks where a lot of different lanes for passing, and we're excited to see what happens for the 10th race, the cutoff race. Of course, folks, we got to stick with tradition here. Talladega will be the cutoff race for the regular season. All the playoff spots will be decided at Talladega, and we've seen a multitude of different drivers in must-win scenarios, like Carter Hayden come into that race and get a win and make it into the playoffs. So once we get to Talladega, we'll take the top 16 drivers in either wins or points, take 16, and then we'll move it into the 4-race, we'll call it chase, for the championship. So 16 drivers will go into these next 4 races and get enough points to make the top 4 out of 16 in points, and then we'll take those 4 drivers out of the top 16 and we'll move them on to the final championship race. But first we got to show you what races are in the chase. So starting off, the first race in the chase, race number 11, is Darlington. Of course, a playoff staple in this series, always produces good racing, so why not kick it off at Darlington? It is just a vicious track. I mean, they call it the Lady in Black. It will reach out and grab you, snag you, and pull you into that wall, so why not? And for number 12, we were unable to run this track in Season 3, but we are excited to announce that Abu Dhabi will finally make its debut here in the ARCS, so we're excited to see what that road course in the playoffs is going to bring. Then for 13, another surprise, we've shifted this track out of the regular season and into the playoffs. From Season 3 to Season 4, Twin Ring Motegi will be race 13, so we've got 2 international races back-to-back at 12 and 13. And Tony Anson, a guy returning to this series, hasn't been in the series, but he's gonna have another shot at Twin Ring Motegi Glory, so it'll be interesting to see if he wins there. And then, race 14, the final race of the chase before we get to the championship race, is Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Another race, a no-brainer, to cut the drivers off from 16 to 4 and send those 4 onto what track, you're probably asking? Well, it's not a super speedway as years past. It's going to be Homestead Miami Speedway. Of course, the perfect race to crown a champion. It has been the cutoff race in the playoffs for so many seasons, and we finally decided to move that race to the championship race. So that's your 15-race season. And with that said, we are thrilled to bring you another season of the ARCS. We hope you enjoy, and we will see you all at Daytona.